When we think of the sheer infinite vastness of the universe, we often ask ourselves what mysterious objects may be found in other solar systems. Indeed, space exploration is still in its infancy. While international scientists are currently working feverishly to study in detail the celestial bodies in our own planetary system, we can only speculate about those planets and galactic entities that lie outside the visible universe. Finally, should the rare case occur that an object from a distant galaxy roams through our solar system, this circumstance is tantamount to a galactic sensation. In the course of our following video, we would like to take a closer look at one of these mysterious objects together with you. Not long ago, NASA succeeded in discovering a fascinating object whose origin lies in an unknown distance. We wish you much pleasure with this exciting topic. The comet from an alien world, the celestial body in question, which could be studied in detail with the help of NASA's Hubble Space Telescope, is a comet that scientists have named 2I Borisov. NASA's stunning images show 2I Borisov as it orbits near a distant spiral galaxy. Especially fascinating is the bright blue center of the comet. 2I Borisov was discovered in August last year. The first person who was able to detect the strange comet in the firmament was not a renowned NASA employee, but a simple amateur astronomer who recognized the celestial body from cometary behavior. After the discovery of this man had made the rounds, NASA also dealt with the mysterious object and named the comet after its discoverer. The experts' investigations revealed that 2I Borisov was an extraordinary visitor from a foreign galaxy. Thus, after Oumuamua, the comet was only the second known object that originated in interstellar space and visited our solar system. After the NASA researchers realized what a sensational find they had come across, they observed the comet with the help of the famous Hubble telescope of the renowned space agency. When the experts started their investigations, 2I Borisov was located about 326 million kilometers away from our blue home planet. Special attention was paid to the study of the cometary nucleus, as its size and structure can provide much important information for the scientists. Astonished, the NASA employees discovered that the nucleus of 2I Borisov was 15 times smaller than the researchers had initially assumed. The radius of the nucleus therefore measures less than half a kilometer. With the help of such values, scientists can draw further important conclusions for their research. The experts now hope that in the future they will be able to detect other interstellar celestial bodies in our solar system that originate from other galaxies. Afterwards, experts want to compare the discovered formations with each other and determine what differences and similarities the galactic finds show. Celestial bodies such as 2I Borisov are not the only galactic formations that attract the interest of international research teams. About 5,000 light-years away from Earth, scientists discovered a strange structure which has been named Swift J1357.2. However, very little is known about the composition of this mysterious structure. Some experts suspect that Swift J1357.2 is an extremely complex binary system, which in detail consists of a star and a black hole. What is certain is that the star in question completely circles the center of its orbit in less than 3 hours. Thus, the celestial body has the shortest known orbital period of all space objects discovered so far. At this point, you might wonder how it is possible for a star to orbit around a black hole without being completely sucked in by the monstrous entity. Contrary to the first assumption, black holes do not have the property of swallowing whole objects. Instead, they only absorb parts of the matter that moves very close to their own event horizon. Also, the mass of matter that a black hole can absorb at once is limited. Therefore, if there is more matter near the event horizon of a black hole than the object can just absorb, the corresponding matter forms a so-called accretion disk. Such a formation can also be seen in the case of Swift J1357.2. However, the details here differ significantly from the previously discovered representatives of this phenomenon. According to this, the accretion disk in Swift J1357.2 behaves almost wave-like and ensures that the companion star of the system is regularly darkened. The Horologium supercluster shows us once again how diverse and extraordinary the different systems in space can be. This extraordinarily large structure is a collection of over 350,000 individual galaxies that coexist in dense space. The Horologium supercluster is located between 700.
Astronomers have made a strange discovery near the edge of the solar system. They have
Galaxies has a diameter of 550 million light-years and has a total mass of 100 quadrillion suns. In the Horologium supercluster, we find Abel 326, a supercluster that is one of the most massive areas in our universe, mysterious object in the Norma cluster of galaxies. With a distance of about 220 million light-years, the Norma cluster of galaxies is much closer to our blue home planet than the Horologium supercluster just presented. Although the large galaxy cluster is thus comparatively close to Earth, observing the structure is much more difficult than one might initially assume. The reason for this is the fact that the Norma cluster of galaxies is largely obscured by the interstellar dust of the Milky Way. This makes the findings that researchers are able to gather, despite these adversities, all the more important. Some time ago, during their work, experts came across a mysterious object in the Norma cluster of galaxies, which was henceforth christened the Great Attractor. The massive structure moves through space at a speed of 320,000 kilometers per hour. Later, what became known as the Great Attractor is an immensely large structure with a mass of 10 quadrillion suns. The Great Attractor has an incredible gravitational force that has a direct influence on some surrounding cosmic structures. The galactic superstructure, called U-1.27, is composed of 73 quasars. Quasars are the active nuclei of galaxies, which appear to us in space as a point-like cone of light. Quasars are also very often found in the immediate vicinity of black holes. U-1.27 is also known as the Large Quasar Group because of its numerous quasars and is currently considered the most massive structure in the known universe. U-1.27 covers an area of over 1 billion light-years. The discovery of the superstructure, however, has left experts with some puzzles. Until now, it was assumed that the universe should always appear homogeneous on a macro scale. This means nothing other than that the universe always looks the same regardless of the observer's point of view. U-1.27 breaks through this thesis, which is known as the cosmic principle, and once again makes it necessary for researchers to reconsider their findings about the nature of our universe. The Sloan Great Wall was discovered in 2003 as part of the Sloan Digital Sky Survey. This was a large-scale joint project of various organizations with the goal of systematically exploring large parts of the visible sky. As already mentioned, the international teams encountered the gigantic galaxy wall during their project, which was subsequently named the Sloan Great Wall. The structure, which is made up of countless individual galaxies, is located about 1 billion.
The James Webb Telescope and NASA have just discovered another ringed planet in our solar system, and what they found is challenging everything that we know about ringed planets.
5% of the diameter of the universe visible to us. In addition, the Sloan Great Wall shakes the previous worldview of space exploration. Currently, the research of experts is based on the assumption that the universe was created about 13.7 billion years ago. However, some physicists are of the opinion that such a gigantic structure as the Sloan Great Wall would have taken at least 100 billion years to form completely. Before we approach the end of today's video, we would like to take a look at a gigantic structure that has repeatedly caused a stir in space exploration. This enormously large object, which is called a blob in English, was long considered the largest known structure in space. At the same time, the structure is considered one of the oldest known structures in the universe. The mysterious object is composed of gigantic gas bubbles and many galaxies, which are called Lyman alpha blobs. The giant cosmic blob is located about 11 billion light-years away from our Earth and occupies a space of more than 200 million light-years. The individual bubbles within the structure often have a diameter of an incredible 400,000 light-years and are therefore 4 times longer than our own galaxy. Researchers suspect that the blob was not formed until 2 billion years after the Big Bang. In addition, the structure has moved further and further through space over the course of thousands of years, which means that today the structure is much further away from its galactic birthplace than it was around 11 billion years ago. We hope that you enjoyed our joint excursion to the most extraordinary objects and structures in the universe. Did you find a galactic structure particularly fascinating? We're always looking forward to your thoughts and suggestions in the comments. Thank you very much for your interest. See you next time.